Hi everyone, this is my informative speech, and these are my listings.
Hello, I'm Shelby's dad.
I'm John, Shelby's brother. I'm Shelby's mom.
Do you like chocolate? How about coffee? Well, these commodities aren't made or grown in the United States. We have to import a lot of them. But fortunately, we do a lot of exporting commodities as well. In South Dakota alone in 2013, South Dakota exported $3.8 billion worth of agricultural commodities. However, we only ranked 16th out of all the states in the nation. As you can see, America already does a great job of exporting agricultural products. But with the passage of the TPA bill, our exports will increase. Now, in order to understand how the TPA bill will affect this, we must first understand what the TPA bill is. Secondly, we'll have to look at the overall trade benefits because it's not specifically the agricultural sector that's benefiting. And lastly, we'll look at the benefits for the agricultural sector. So to begin, what is the TPA bill? Well, the TPA bill, the Trade Promotion and Authority Act of 2015, according to the United States Office of the Trade Representative, defines the objectives of negotiators creating trade agreements with different countries and prioritizes those objectives accordingly. So, the Trade Benefits America Coalition states that the last TPA bill from 2002 is outdated, but fortunately our new TPA bill is ready for the challenge. As we see, Congress has expanded oversight over the negotiations, meaning that when the public looks at this TPA bill, as they're going to be able to look at it for the very first time, the different agreements during negotiations, the public talking to Congress can then have their congressman or congresswoman intervene or promote their ideas throughout the negotiation process, which will benefit Americans substantially. Now lastly, Congress also retains the final say in the implementation of any trade negotiation policy or procedure according to the Trade Promotion Authority. So we're not seeing too much executive power going to any one branch. So with this implementation of the bill, we're going to see that overall trade is going to increase and we're going to experience the benefits across all the sectors. According to Congresswoman Kristi Noem, countries that have a defined trade relationship with the United States trade 11.5 times more with South Dakota alone. Now you put that into perspective, all of the 50 United States increasing in trade by that much is going to benefit us substantially. According to the Trade Promotion Authority again, $1 billion in exports means 5,000 jobs, which means that as we increase exports, we're going to increase jobs in our economy. Now lastly, when we apply this to agriculture, Secretary of Agriculture Tom Vilsack states that last year we had $150 billion in agricultural exports, which translated to 1 million jobs. When we increase this amount, we're going to increase the jobs in the agricultural sector as well. So, being interested in this type of thing and being in Washington, D.C. during the negotiation in Congress, the debate in Congress, I had to ask my representatives about how this is going to specifically affect South Dakotans and agriculture in our state. And Congresswoman Noem told me that she had recently visited Japan and talked to some locals who expressed an interest in obtaining United States beef. However, the trade relationship just wasn't there to foster the marketplace for such an event. Fortunately, now that we have this TPA bill passed, we're going to be able to pass the TPP, which is the Trans-Pacific Partnership, which includes Japan as well as a couple other countries. And once we get this in place, we're going to be able to export our products to more countries increasing our jobs. The tri-state neighbor echoes Christie's statements, not only with Japan but also in the argument for jobs. As you can see, jobs is a major goal in the increase of exports. Now lastly, we'll be able to increase our competitiveness overall. Brazil and Argentina, according to the United States Department of Agriculture's Economic Research Service, has been increasing in their competitiveness lately. But establishing our trade relationships early will allow us to get a hold in the market. So overall, there's a lot of benefits for us, but trade in the agricultural sector will be benefited by the TPA bill.